Hello to you, my cosmic dragon friends. We are back with another reading. This time we are asking, how does my person think and feel about me? Now, this doesn't necessarily have to be a romantic connection, but it can be. How does this person think about you? What do they think of you? And do they like you? Do they dislike you? We'll be asking all these questions. So we have 3 groups to choose from here. I'm going to be using the same packs of cards for each group, so I haven't laid the packs of cards out. I do have a new candle holder though, which is rather nice, which is here with shells and little bits of seaweed in it over here, along with my sensor shells, which are just off screen at the moment. If you've been following me for a while, you'll know what sensor shells are. So drop a shell in the comments if you know what sensor shells are. So 3 groups. We have this lovely piece of orangey yellow calcite, which I always say, whenever I get this one out, I always say looks like an orange ice lolly. If you can hear velociraptor noises, that is my baby velociraptor in her bouncer, who is joining us today as my producer. So we've got this lovely piece of calcite. It looks just like you could bite into it like a lovely cool ice lolly, but it's absolutely not. Do not do that, you will break your teeth. Okay, secondly, we have this. I love this. This is a Shiva Lingam stone, very special sacred stone with a lot of symbology and a lot of meaning. And thirdly, we have this piece of red agate, which is a slice of red agate here, just sort of a very dark browny reddish colour. It's a very nice piece. Okay, so see which one you feel drawn to the most, 1, 2 or 3. Timestamps are in the description below, and I will see you in your reading. Hello to you, my group number 1. You chose this lovely piece of yellow orangey calcite. So first of all, I'm connecting with a couple of chakras for you here. We are connecting with the solar plexus and the sacral chakra. So this person, how they feel about you could be affecting your self-esteem, or perhaps how you feel about yourself generally. So this could be somebody that you admire. This could be a work contact. Equally, it could be the other way around. It could be somebody who very much admires you. So again, you could be their boss. They could be your boss. It could be somebody that you consider to be a high value person. If you excuse the state of my nails, I've been cleaning and cooking. And I have a baby daughter. There is no time for manicures. Lucky I have nails left at all. Nails could be a connection for somebody, because I just started randomly talking about that out of the blue and I wasn't planning to. So yeah, ice creams could be a connection. Maybe one of you sells ice creams, ice lollies. This is really lovely. I love this stone. It's so beautiful, but it's so cracked. It's got so many flaws and cracks through it, and this little white bit here that almost looks like the pith on an orange. This is the centre of the orange, and it's still got a little bit of pith on there, which is where most of the vitamin C is actually. But a lot of people don't like that part. A lot of people try to get rid of it. So interesting themes coming through there about what's good for you and what you like and what you don't like. Maybe this is somebody that you think is good for, would be good for you, you know, or is good for you, rather than somebody you actually want to be with. Sometimes we make decisions, don't we, in life, in romantic relationships and in friendships and work relationships, etc. And we stay at places or in relationships, friendships that we think are good for us or helpful, when they're actually not very good for us at all, because we don't like them very much. So there could be that here. It might be that there's a bit of animosity between you and this person for whatever reason, maybe a bit of love-hate as well. So interesting group. Right, let's put our crystal up here and we will bring in some cards. You know what, let's start with the Animal Spirit Oracle. Okay, so how is this person thinking and feeling about my group 1s? Let's have a look, and then at the end of the reading, after we've done some cards, we will also do letter tiles, charms and zodiac signs to get a bit more confirmation as to who this person is and this is the right reading for you. Okay, let me know in the comments what you think about my new candle holder. I love it. I got it in the charity shop at the weekend for £1, 1 whole pound. That's correct. That's about what, $1.30 something US. Not bad at all. No, it's not new. Of course it's not new. Bobcat Spirit. Life is a mystery. Interesting. Antelope spirit, life is speeding up. And electric eel spirit, bring your ideas to life. And this one wants to come out as well, which is the lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Let's just arrange these so you can actually see them. There we go. Next to my sensor shells, maybe I'll just move that over a little bit there. Okay, I have to apologise that I'm not speaking too loudly because I do have my baby daughter in the room and she's currently having a nap and I'd really rather she didn't wake up. So, okay, I think this person finds you quite mysterious. It's almost like, and I do get a sense that this person's a bit boring, and no disrespect to them, but they feel like, how do I say this? Probably more boring than you. You're a more exciting person than they are. For some reason, they find you quite an exciting person. So the idea of being in some sort of relationship with you, whether it be romantic or otherwise, is quite exciting to them, perhaps a little bit unnerving as well. I feel they might view you as a little bit flighty, but you're also somebody who is able to innovate, somebody who can, I mean, there's two manifesting cards here. Look at this, the electric eel spirit, which says bring your ideas to life. And the numerology here, the number is 24, which gives us 24-6. 2 + 4 is 6. 246, which is very powerful manifesting numerology. So this person sees you as a go-getter. You can get things done. You can make things happen in ways that perhaps they don't know how to, that they're not able to do. And there is certainly an admiration there, but also I think they find you rather confusing. I think you kind of blow their mind, group one, which if this is a work connection, you know, you might, and you've just had an interview, which I feel some people might have, might feel a bit strange. Or if you just had a first date or something and you're like, oh God, what did that person think of me? Well, you kind of blew their mind. So if they've gone a bit quiet, that could be why. Because it does feel very much like you are very mysterious. They're trying to work you out. They don't fully understand you. And I mean, they may have known you for a long time and they still don't understand you because they're just on a very different frequency to where you are. You are this kind of magical, incredible, fast, impulsive being that they find absolutely incredible. They admire you. There's certainly a sense of admiration here. And if it's a romantic connection, they find you very attractive. Even if it's not a romantic connection, they may find you attractive. There is an admiration for your physical prowess as well. So you might be somebody who is quite fit, physically fit, able to do things that they can't do. But at the same time, they're not quite sure what to do with that. So I feel if you wanted to move forwards into some sort of connection with this person, if you're not already with them, you know, romantic, work or otherwise, there would definitely need to be kind of like a bedding in period where they get the hang of who you actually are. Because at the moment you're a bit too bright and shiny for what they're used to. They'd kind of have to get used to that. And that's not to say they don't want to. I think they'd be quite keen to get to know you, but there's a little bit of reticence on their part. There's a little bit of hesitation on their part just because you seem like a lot. And I mean that in the nicest possible way, a lot for them to deal with. And they may just not have the social skill, the energy for that, which is a real shame because they'd be missing out. And you may have even told them that. But lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Again, very powerful manifesting energy, very mystical, very magical. Life is a mystery, says the bobcat. You know, this is all very mystical energy. I feel like you have shown up in this person's life as a catalyst to show them that there is another way, to show them that things can be different, that they could be different, that their life could be different, that their company could be different, you know. And they're not sure quite what to make of that. But at the same time, I feel it could be sort of an opposites attract situation. And I feel that they could be very intrigued by you. Intrigued is one of the words I get for how they feel about you. So, yeah, very interesting. I feel they're interested. I feel they're watching you. I feel there's certainly a sense of them watching you, looking at you through a lens. So maybe there's a connection to photography here, perhaps, or film, television. You might be a TV presenter of some kind, or you're presenting something on YouTube, a podcast or something. Because I'm quite drawn to cameras. Maybe you're a model, designer. I love the lizard spirit. It brings me a connection to, with dreaming the world, it brings me a connection to Australia as well. This this imagery, it looks a little bit Aboriginal, doesn't it, on this card? Similar to on that one, which is interesting, because I don't think you get antelopes that look like that in Australia. Correct me if I'm wrong. That looks like an African animal. Anywho, it's a very interesting one, and I think you're a very interesting person, Group 1. I think you're intriguing, talented. I said impulsive, but I'm not sure that that's necessarily a fair word, because there's nothing negative about who you are. You are a go-getter. You're somebody who's able to take action when other people would hesitate. You're somebody who is ready to act. Somebody who somebody who doesn't hesitate. There's a sense of bravery here as well. There's a sense of courage, courageousness that maybe this person might feel inadequate in face of your bright, shiny light. So if you're feeling kind of reticence from this person or hesitation, I think it could be connected to all of this. It's just like you're so big and shiny, they don't know where to go with it. I'm getting a connection to the sign of Taurus as well, to the earth signs in general, but Taurus in particular coming through here, so they could be a Taurus. It's an interesting one. Let's get some more cards out. Yeah, because they've got the kind of slow number 8 energy, and you've got a faster number 2 energy. It's like you learn fast, you discover things more quickly, you explore. You might be some sort of researcher, the number 2 energy, and it feels like they're a lot slower. Their energy is kind of way more plodding than yours is. Yeah, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, that can be very good to have a slower, more sedate energy, to be a little bit more controlled. Nothing wrong with that. We're just all different, aren't we? So let's see how else this person's thinking and feeling about you. Today I'm using the Sufi Tarot, which I was very, very drawn to. So there could be a connection to the Middle East, to Arabia, to Sufism. And that could be something you're interested in, or that you practice or study. 5 of Staffs. Wow. The Wali. 5 of Cups. 8 of Staffs. Yeah, there's that. Here it is again. I mean, it's almost the contradictions coming through the cards are very interesting, and it's telling me, it's repeating a lot of the things that we had in the first 3 cards here, the first 3 oracle cards. I'm getting the same vibe here, absolutely. It's another card wants to come out. Don't know where I'm going to put it. Let's put it there. Saber. Okay. Wow. Group 1, this person really admires you. They admire you. And there is this sense of you being too good for them one way or another. They feel like you're too good for them, like they wouldn't be able to keep up. If it is a work connection, I think there's a fear that you wouldn't stick around for very long, because you would always need a new challenge. And that goes for relationships as well. In romance, you may kind of burn so brightly that the relationship kind of burns out quite quickly, and you get bored and want to move on to the next thing, to the next person. And not to say that you're using people or that you're in any way flaky, it's just that they're not enough for you, and you work that out quite quickly. And so you do wish to move on. I do want to bring in the sign of Leo here with the Strength card, with the number 8. Because, I mean, there's so much power in here and so much speed coming through, which is kind of a contradiction to the cards next to them. We've got the Chariot, we've got Strength, we've got the 8 of Staffs, 8 of Wands. And these are strong, fast, powerful cards coming through. There's a lot of fire there. And then we have the Inspiration of the Temperance card here as well. They see you as this person who can integrate opposites. And that was that number 2 energy we had a moment ago. That is a number of integration. It's a number of polarity, but it also allows us to integrate those polarities, to understand different points of view, different groups of people. So I think that this person thinks that you're very good at dealing with all sorts of different types of people, that you're very good with people generally. You're a people person, group number 1. you're very good with people. You're very good at handling them, understanding them. You have high levels of empathy. You're very intelligent, high emotional intelligence, I want to say there. But I think that they feel perhaps that you get bored quickly. There is a fear that you get bored quickly. Maybe you did get bored of this person. Maybe you've walked away from them. Maybe you got tired of waiting for them to make a move, or to make a job offer, or an offer of romance, or maybe you're with this person and they just didn't propose and you went, okay, fine, I'm not waiting around any longer, got bigger fish to fry, and off you went. Which is perfectly valid if you have to do that. You know, it's your life at the end of the day, and you have to live it to the best of your ability to what you need. But they see you as this person who's very good at creating new things, new situations. So if you do move around a lot, or if you've had to move house, move country, they see you as somebody who is very capable of doing that. Perhaps enjoys movement, enjoys the fresh start, and doesn't like to be tied down anywhere. And again, this is their impression of you. It's not necessarily the truth. What I'm reading is what they think about your energy, what they see when they look at you, how they feel when they look at you. They see you as this very passionate person, very wise as well. It's a combination of wisdom and passion, but also a bit of a short attention span. You might be one of those squirrel people. And there is this joyful freedom to you as well. There's a couple of cards with horses on here. And we're not talking knights either. We haven't got any knights on the table. We have the Strength card and the Five of Staffs, who are supposed to be playing a game, but obviously are raising their, what you call the stick things. Someone tell me in the comments, please. But they're raising them as if they're going to attack somebody. And the Five of Staffs can be, you know, about defending oneself. Fives are always difficult cards in tarot. They are always representative of difficulties, and it could be that you do have enemies. It could be that there are people that don't like you. I mean, yes, okay, there are people that don't like all of us to some degree, but I feel like you've had to have certain battles in life, and I think this person respects you for that. They know that when you are loyal to someone, you do have their back. And I think this person has your back as well, whether you know it or not. I think they actually do, or they would like to. They would like to have the opportunity to do that. Yeah. But Five of Cups, there is this sense of wanting this Two of Cups energy. That we've got two teacups here, and then we've got the ones broken on the floor. And this person's so busy focusing on the three broken cups that they don't see the two that are still standing. And the way they're sat like that, it's like a romantic or friendship connection here. Even if it's a work connection, I feel like it goes more than that. Like you could be friends as well. If you were to work together, something bigger could develop. And it's unusual for me to be doing a reading where I'm encompassing both themes. You know, I'm talking about friendships, I'm talking about work, and I'm talking about romance all together. So this could literally be a situation where all of my piles are situations where it's both work and romantic situations, or work and friendship. So I'm going to answer a very specific question that will only relate to very few people watching this reading, and that is if you are looking at a new job and there is a person at this new place that you believe could be a romantic connection for you in the future. It's a difficult one. So if you're looking at taking this job, partly because you have a romantic connection, or you feel a romantic connection with perhaps the person who interviewed you, perhaps your potential boss or a potential colleague, I do want to give you a little bit of caution here, because you might be a little bit too much for that person. And that's not to say that they don't like you, because they definitely do, but they might not be able to keep up with you. They might be a bit on the slow side, a bit boring, or maybe just too slow to act. So that you find yourself in a situation where you get frustrated and go, well, I'm not sticking around waiting for you to make a move on me any longer, or for you to respond to my overtures. Off I go. I'm off. I'm not waiting for you. Yeah, this person's slower than you are. So that's a very specific message for a very few people. But something curious just happened. I just heard a sound at my front door. I thought it was either half coming home, and it wasn't. There was nobody there, and I could have sworn I heard something happen at the front door. Wasn't the postman, nothing come through the letterbox, nothing's fallen over, the cat isn't there, he's outside. Wasn't the baby, she's in here with me. I've no idea what that was, but there was somebody at the door. So, yeah. But when I got there, there was no one there. So maybe that is representative of the dynamic with you and this person. It's like you're knocking on the door, but by the time they get to the door, you've already gone. You've been tired of waiting, and you've gone. You didn't wait for them. And there is a sense of potential disappointment there. They can see that if they didn't act quickly enough, they know that they would lose you. Maybe they're not able to. Maybe this is somebody who is already in a relationship. If it's a romantic connection, maybe they're already married. Maybe they're in a commitment. Maybe they're just not feeling ready to move on right now, although they want to. Yeah, it's like your energy is fast and theirs is slow. It's like your heat and they're cold, you know. Not cold towards you, but their energy is much cooler. It's a very different vibe. Very different vibe. But they do really like you, and they do respect that as well. And I think you bring something out of them, or you would bring something out of them if you don't know each other very well. You bring this fire out of them. You enable them to be the person that they were always intended to be. So if they don't take the leap and move this situation forwards in positive ways, I think they will regret this, and I think they know that. It's just a case of whether they're brave enough to take the bull by the horns, so to speak. Are they brave enough to take things to the next level with you, or to do the right thing with you? You know, and that's true of any type of connection, whether it's work, romance, friendship, sports. They will regret it if they don't take the steps they should be taking, that you want them to take in reciprocity to how you are acting towards them. And that's kind of sad, that there's this sadness baked into this reading here. I sense this sadness on a future potential timeline. A real sense of regret if they don't do anything about this connection. They will regret it, and I think they know that. Okay, interesting. And again, we've got number 8 energy coming through here. It's a couple of 8s. I feel like they take forever to do anything, because number 8 is, of course, the infinity symbol turned on its side. And number 8 in numerology is, of course, it is representative of infinity, of things going for a long time, of hard work, of plodding along, of keeping going. It also means that they see you as very loyal. You know, they do see that once you do commit to somebody, you are very loyal and you don't go anywhere. But for them to reach that stage, they would have to hold your interest for long enough and act fast enough to keep you. Wow. That's kind of sad. That this is making me sad. This reading is making me a little bit sad and a bit wistful. And that doesn't mean that it wouldn't be a successful connection one way or the other for some of you watching. But there is this sense of almost like sadness, almost like this person's expecting things to go wrong. And there we go, on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Tower. Minar. They're expecting things to not work, to go wrong. Maybe that's why they're holding back, because they're just so afraid of losing you. I do feel like this is a romantic connection for a lot of people, and there could be a work element in there. I'm just bringing out these romance cards now to see, get a bit more information how this person's thinking and feeling about you. So apply it to your situation as appropriate. If one of the cards doesn't apply, ignore it. Not every card is for every person in every reading. These are group readings, remember. Okay, so I feel like I want to do this. I feel like I want to fan them out like that and take the cards. I never do that, except when I'm getting Bedford, my cat, to take cards. That's when I fan them out, and he taps them with his paw or his nose to tell me which ones he wants. I know which ones I'm taking already, but oh, interesting. Okay. So we have healthy choices, self-love and self-care, being happier, love and life, partying, time with friends, having fun, happily single, living in the moment, twin flames, yin, yang and balance, union and duality, complement and polar opposites. You are definitely polar opposites with this person. You are so different. The golden mirror, narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided, talking, interesting, awaiting messages, text, calls, email, talking more. This is what I was saying about waiting to hear from them. Maybe you're waiting on a job offer, or waiting for them to respond to you or to ask you out. There's this sense of waiting for communication. And girl with a snake, charmed or used, enabling boundaries. Picture, looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Yeah, I picked up this connection to photographs and cameras and film earlier, didn't we? We had that connection. So I do feel like they're checking you out online one way or another. If you have any kind of social media or if you're on YouTube, I think they're checking out whatever the information they have available digitally about you. That could be your CV. Okay. Sorry for my American audience, your resume. Right, and separation, sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, an uncertain future. Yeah, there's this little tinge of sadness in all of these readings that I'm pulling out here. There's this little tinge of sadness, of being afraid of disappointment, or perhaps they already are disappointed. Maybe they didn't move fast enough and you've already moved on. Maybe they've missed out on this and they're feeling bad about it. Maybe they tried to do what they thought was the healthy choice. Maybe they tried to do what they thought was the right thing. Or maybe they think it's the healthy choice not to be involved with somebody like you because it would involve taking a risk. And they're afraid of that. Maybe there was a narcissist in their life. Maybe they have been love bombed, and so they're very cautious of people who are very loving and who wear their heart on their sleeve. As Leos often do. You might be a Leo or have Leo energy in your chart, a lot of fire. And they might not trust people who wear their heart on their sleeve. And that's a shame, because not everyone who does that is a narcissist. It might just be, someone who does that, who is very emotionally open, their heart wide open like yours. And I think they see that your heart is wide open and they don't trust that. It's not that they don't trust you, they don't trust that. They don't trust people who do that. It's just something they've learned to be cautious of through painful experience one way or another. Yeah. They do see that you would make them happy, that you'd bring them a lot of joy. Ooh. But I do feel there's a lot of pain here with this person. Now, whether this is a work situation, business, or a romantic relationship or friendship, there is pain in their past from someone who has let them down quite badly, who appeared to be all that in a bag of crisps. I like saying that rather than chips. Chips are something else here. Chips belong with fish in a paper bag. It's funny because normally when I say that saying, I do say all that in a bag of chips, but I didn't today, so there could be a connection to the UK, to my country, or to another country where we call them crisps rather than chips. Australia, I'm looking at you. What do you guys call them over there? Do you call them crisps or do you call them chips? Because I've been to Australia, but it was a long time ago. It was literally 20 years ago and I can't remember. I can't remember what you guys call them. I need you to weigh in. I need one of my Australian pals to weigh in here. Yeah. I think you're waiting to hear from them, but they're not sure what to do about this. It feels like they're holding boundaries, but excessively strong boundaries, which is just unnecessary, which is a shame. And it's no disrespect to you, and it's no reflection on you either. This is their issue. It's not you. That's why I want to say it's not you. But there's definitely this powerful soul connection here with the twin flame card. Whether you resonate with the theory of twin flames or not is irrelevant here. It's just a representation of, you are yin and yang to each other. You are the opposites, but you also bring balance to each other. And you would force this person to consider life from a different standpoint, from a different viewpoint, and to look at a different way of doing things. And that might be something they're not ready to do just yet, or something that they think they're ready for, and halfway through they realise, actually, no, I can't do this. This is too much. I need to go away and think about this in my little hole. Like I said, their energy is much slower. They are different to you. They're very different, but they are spiritually connected. There's definitely a soulmate connection here in this situation, one way or another. And you've definitely come into their life for a reason, and it is for a spiritual reason. I'm going to have a look at some love oracle cards now. So if these don't connect for you, if they don't make sense for you, you can just ignore these ones. I'm shuffling them off camera because not all of them are YouTube friendly. Let's just keep that one down there because it has boobs on it. This one's all right. Okay. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are, sorry. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. I'm wearing the wrong glasses, that's why I can't read properly. That could be a connection as well. Maybe they wear glasses on and they don't wear them when they're supposed to. Or they don't wear glasses and they should. Or they wear the wrong glasses. Maybe like me, they have to switch between 2 different pairs. Okay. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. There's definitely a sense of admiration one way or another, whether it's platonic or romantic here. They do think about you a lot. There's a lot of thinking going on, but not a lot of talking, not a lot of chat. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Yeah, there's that spiritual connection there. Your souls are already connected. You may have actually seen this person show up in your meditation or in your dream work. Dream work? Oh, I wasn't planning to say that, but those are the words that came out. Maybe do some sort of spiritual work in your dreams, in dreamscape. But they may have shown up in your dreams. Maybe to talk to you, maybe to say things that they can't say to you in the 3D, in so-called real life. And that's really sad, isn't it? But it just goes to show how strong this connection is, the fact that they are showing up in your dreams if that's happening. And I think you may actually be showing up in theirs too. Yeah, this is quite a deep connection. It's a deep and beautiful connection. Whether they're ready to do anything about it or not, I want to say it is what you think it is. I think you already know all of this stuff, but perhaps you're doubting yourself because you haven't heard them say it. Okay. All right, let's get some oracle cards from the wisdom of the oracle. This is a Colette Baron Reid deck. I love her decks. I've got quite a few. Okay. 22, blessed. 21, clean it up. And 5, orphaned. There's another 5. Isn't that interesting? Interesting that this has quite a sad energy as well, quite a challenging energy, I want to say, coming through. And on the bottom I've got message in a bottle, so I'm going to bring this one out as well and pop it there. Okay, let's arrange these nicely so you can see them all on your screen. There we go. Try to line them up with the edges of the camera screen. Okay, which does not align with my table, not least because it's round. I'm sitting at my kitchen table, which is circular. Okay, it's almost like the circular peg and the square hole. That's the difference between you two. So, blessed on number 22. 22 in numerology is the feet of the goddess. Wow, that's divine feminine energy here. Very powerful, but it's also energy which is very emotional, and it is about polarity. It is about, I want to say, standing firm together in the feminine energy. Beautiful connection here. Perhaps this person sees you as some sort of spiritual guru or teacher, or maybe you are a spiritual teacher. You know, maybe you're a psychic or a medium, or maybe a tarot reader, or just someone who's, you know, very spiritual, that does Zen or meditation or something, or very knowledgeable of spirituality, but in an intuitive way. I want to say, you're not necessarily somebody that just quotes things out of a book. You understand it if you're going to quote it. You know, it comes from the heart. It comes from a deeper wisdom within you. There's a very deep wisdom within you. They see you as this very wise soul. Again, very inspiring to them. clean it up. I kind of want to say here you might be a little bit messy in the physical. It's like spiritually that you're like this amazing goddess or god or I want to say nymph for some reason. Don't know where that came from. Nymphs are not gods, but there you go. Maybe you're a little bit untidy, maybe you're a little bit messy. So there could be that. It could be that that's a different side to your personality. Like in the spirit world, wow, you're this amazing being, but in the 3D world, you know, you're a bit of a slob. I'm kidding. You might be a bit messy, a bit untidy, or less tidy than they are, and that doesn't mean that you're untidy. Some people are very particular, and they might be very particular about certain things, and they're not sure if you would be. So they're not sure if it's the right connection. And also it feels like there's a backwards progress here from 22 to 21. That's like counting down, like they know they're running out of time here. They know that they have to do or say or act soon. And I think that action needs to be communication, message in a bottle. Look at this old-fashioned telephone in a lovely glass bottle here with hearts all over. But it's a message of love. There are hearts and stars in here. It's a starry-eyed message of love, one way or another. And we have this bird on top. Is that a pelican? I think it might be a pelican. Pelicans are huge and terrifying, can I just say? If you've never seen one in real life, oh my God, what is wrong with pelicans? What was the goddess thinking when she designed them? They freak me out. Never mind the fact they just try and eat everything. Terrifying. But look, under the pelican's wing there's a telescope. But they're not looking through the telescope, they're looking at the telephone. So they know what they want to say, they know what they want to communicate. They just haven't found the bravery to open the bottle yet and get the telephone out. Or maybe you've messaged them and they haven't responded because they're not quite ready to do that yet. They're a little bit afraid. Maybe they haven't even read the message or listened to the message because there's fear there. But this is somebody who plans very much into the future with the telescope there. They like to look a long way off. They lead with their head, not their heart. Whereas you might be more heart-centered and heart-led and spirit-led as well. This person's way more logical. Even if they call themselves religious, they're way more logical than you are. And that's not always a good thing. The ego mind, much as it thinks itself so great because it's so clever and logical, and oh, it's so clever. It's really stupid when we compare it to spirit. It's a bit dumb. It's a bit silly. It doesn't know what it's doing. And then we have orphaned at the end, so sadness and feeling alone. I think this person feels alone. I'm trying to work out what this is. Oh, it's a bird's head. Oh, it's like a woman in a wedding dress, but with the head of a little baby bird and a little beak. I was trying to work out what that was. I was like, is this person supposed to be a snowman with a carrot stuck in their face? Like a carrot nose. Maybe that's a connection to carrots or snowmen. But it's like a bride. Maybe they were jilted at the altar. Maybe they've had a very, very unhappy marriage. Maybe they're still in that unhappy marriage and they feel very alone. And I want to say metaphysical marriage as well for some reason. I get those words. So it doesn't have to be a legal marriage. It could be somebody that they were just with, that they felt married to. Or if it's a different type of connection, it's a committed work connection or something like that. And they felt like they were left alone in the nest. But that's not a baby bird. That doesn't make sense if it's a wedding dress. That would be an adult bird. Maybe there's a connection here to having an empty nest. Maybe they're an empty nester, or they have children who've left home, or maybe they wanted to have children and haven't been able to. Or maybe they feel abandoned. There's certainly this sense of abandonment with the orphaned card, whether it's literal or metaphorical. the sense of abandonment, the sense of sadness. And that could be one of their issues that they're supposed to be working on in this lifetime, abandonment. And that would definitely be why they're being so slow to respond if they're supposed to be in touch with you. Or supposed to be giving you an answer to something. Aww. Okay. Right, so I'm just going to get the Love Oracle cards out, my Love Oracle cards that I wrote. So these are messages from your person. So if this is not a love reading, this bit may or may not be relevant to you, but take it as it applies to you and your situation. I'm sorry. I want to be your man or woman. I need you. I don't feel good enough for you. You broke me. I admire you from a distance. Yeah, that's the problem. You complete me. I want to be with you all the time. And I don't know what to do. Well, I think we established that. I don't know what to do. Okay. Tricky, tricky, tricky. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at some zodiac signs, some charms and some letter tiles to get a bit more confirmation for you that this is your reading and your person that we are looking at here. I'm going to start with the letter tiles. So these could spell out their name, their initials, a place of work, a road name, a person that connects you, any sort of word or initials that connect you to them or that are relevant to the situation that you recognise. A, G, M, O, another O, another O, ooh, I, Z, oh, that doesn't come out very often, E, N, I'm drawn to the French city of Agen, D, A, that's spelled A-G-E-N, agenda, are you on their agenda? Moo. Sorry. Is there a connection to cows or dairy farming here? Or milk? Another I. B, U, I-B-U. Yeah, maybe this is a twin flame connection. They carry the opposite polarity. Okay, E, T, duet, maybe you play together. Y, H, S, G, U, I'm going to get two more to make it tidy. R, and I. Gertie. Who's Gertie? Gertrude? Let's have a look, see what names, places, initials jump out. You might want to screenshot on your phone or on your device right now. Take a screen grab so you can have a look at these in your own time later. Aisha, Men, Glenda, Yuri, Sue Ellen, Day, Next, oh I like the shop, Next, True, look, Muguet, I love Muguet, it's lily, that's the French word for lily of the valley. So, which smells divine. Beautiful white flower, comes out in the spring. And in France, the tradition is that you give a bunch of it to your friends. It's like a friendship flower, which is nice. Beta. Maybe they're a beta tester. Maybe they work in IT. Got IT here as well. Okay, I will leave you to look at that in your own time. move on to, oh, actually, you know what? Let's do zodiac signs next. So these could be in your big three, in their big three, in the big three of the company, if it's a connection to do with work. We have Leo. We have, oh, that was Virgo, but it flipped over to Aries. But I'm going to keep Virgo because that was the original one. We have Libra. And we have Cancer. All right, let's move on to charms. See what we got here. Oh, some coins coming out. There's definitely a theme of money coming out. So we have, this is a 1 penny. This is a real 1 penny from 1894. Real English penny. And oh, we've got the halfpenny that goes with it as well. We've got a halfpenny from 1886. So, and with the Britannia on the front. So there could be connections to those years for some reason. These are actually pennies that were recovered from a shipwreck off Cornwall. So there could be connections there. We have this lucky coin with the hole in it. This is a feng shui coin. It's not a real coin. We have the sign of Virgo. So we've got another Virgo. So we could flip that over to Aries now because we have the Virgo coming out as confirmation. We have this bird. So there could be travel or communication coming in. Oh, look at this bright, shiny star with lights around the edge. Got this cute little bow that always makes me think of Minnie Mouse. A mask. I just had this really lame song come in my head. Oh, it's a French song called Le Bal Masqué. I think that's the name. It's if you ever say you're going to like a fancy dress party, it's a bal masqué. And if you say that, the French will immediately start singing at you if they're of a certain age or over. They'll start saying, oh, bal masqué, oh, oh. I just had that song coming. That could be a connection for somebody. Oh, God. We have this esoteric gecko. The little flowers. I've got a couple of flowers that looks like a sakura. Come on, Helen, stop trying to pronounce Japanese. You can't do that. Like a cherry blossom. There we go. The Mad March hare with his fists up. He's ready for fisticuffs. We have the dragon. There could be a connection to whales or dragons. Or dragon realm. Intertwined hearts. Yeah, this is a special connection. Look at your hearts combined there. We have the squirrel. I did say, are you one of those people that gets distracted easily? Squirrel. The sun and moon here together. I love this one. And oh, not sure if I've seen this one before. It's literally just some leaves on a little branch. Little spring leaves. Tiny shoots. Wow. There we go. Well, group one, I hope that was helpful. I hope that was interesting. We've come to the end of our reading here. Please do let me know in the comments if this resonated, which parts were relevant to you. If there's anything else you would like to share with us, please remember to like, comment, subscribe, hype this video if you're coming to it early enough. I'd really appreciate that. It helps to get it in sight of a few more people who might be able to be helped by this video. Share this video with a friend if you think it'll be helpful to them. Until I see you guys next time, please remember to take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello group 2 and welcome to your reading. You chose not a crystal, you chose a stone. This is a sacred stone. It's a Shiva Lingam stone from India. It's a very sacred stone and it represents the divine masculine and feminine in perfect harmony among other things. It's also a fertility symbol. Yeah, I actually acquired this as a for fertility work. It's very interesting. It's very smooth. The stones all come from a particular river in India. You can look it up. It's quite interesting. Revered in Hinduism. Of course, the most sought after stones are the ones who become this shape all by themselves, that are worn by the river. This one, of course, has been shaped by man. It's not a man-made stone as such. Of course, the stone is a stone, but it has been shaped to the Shiva Lingam shape. But it does supposedly come from that river. So it's very interesting energy that this one carries. It's also very heavy and very cold. So I'm just going to pop that there. Oh, so it will stay there for us during the reading. It does roll around obviously quite a bit. It doesn't have any flat sides to it. But it's the divine masculine and feminine coming together. So I'm feeling like we're talking about a situation here or a connection with somebody who is a soulmate of yours. And I get that very strongly straight away. It's almost like there was an immediate recognition with this person, with you perhaps. And maybe you're looking to find out if they feel the same way. I feel like most people would have come to this pile for a romantic connection. I did say at the beginning, it doesn't have to be a romantic connection, and that does still stand in this pile as well, but I think most people here probably are for romance. I must apologise if I have kind of a romantic bent on this particular reading. And a song came to me just as I was preparing to film group 2. It's Carly Rae Jepsen, Call Me Maybe. And the bit in particular that says, before you came into my life, I missed you so bad. Almost like you were waiting for them to come into your life. And I just saw 48 on the clock as I said that, which is very interesting because 48 is completion of karmic contract. And 48, obviously both of you completing karmic contracts and are finally being ready to come into each other's lives. So that's very, very interesting, numerologically speaking. So we're going to start out with some animal spirit oracles. I do still have my baby velociraptor here with me. She has moved from her bouncer into her little bassinet, into her Moses basket, which is on the floor, because she fell asleep in her bouncer, and they're not supposed to sleep in those for too long. So I had to move her. She's got so many different chairs and beds all over the place. The lucky girl. This Moses basket in particular, the cat likes to sleep in. If you follow my cat's channel, Bedford the Bengal, if you want the link, I'll put it in the comments below. He has actually tried to get in it. There is some video of him sleeping in it. Not with her there. When she's not there, he tries to get in. He's a little tinker. He's a good boy. Do go and follow him though. He just hit 5,000 subscribers on YouTube, so he's actually doing better than I am right now. Okay. So how is your person thinking and feeling about you? I've just saw 5005, so we've got 5005. So there's a lot of symmetry, a lot of mirroring between you and this person. Wow. And it's thinking about the possibilities. You're both thinking about the possibilities and looking at it from different perspectives. So let's have a look here. 54, skunk spirit, know your worth. Love that one. Ooh, number 11, the butterfly spirit, transformation is beautiful. Number 50, that's interesting because I just saw 50 and 05. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacle. And 38, the lizard spirit, dream the world into being. Interesting because we had this card here in pile 1, so there could be a connection, there could be messages to in pile 1 for some of you watching here. So if that resonates, do go and watch that pile as well. I'll just tilt my camera a little bit so you can see the cards. Let's see if we can rearrange our table a little bit better here so you can see everything without having to look at my floor. Not that it's a dirty floor, it's a very clean floor, but that's not what you're here for. Okay, I'm not here to inspect Helen's kitchen floor. You can see it in the corner there. Right. And I just went and made myself a chocolate milkshake off camera, which obviously wouldn't have registered because I pressed pause first, but it's very, very nice. I have it in my Thirsty Ferret glass, which is actually a beer glass. And I don't know why there's a chocolate milkshake could literally be a connection for someone. Because I was just thinking, I kept thinking every time I started recording, oh, I didn't get myself a glass of water. I didn't get myself a drink. I had a cup of tea for pile 1, but that's all gone now. So on to the chocolate milkshake now. So chocolate or chocolate milkshakes or milkshakes could be a connection for you, my group 2s. So looking at these cards here, very, very interesting. It's like this person has a lot of admiration for you. And you may be able to hear my baby velociraptor in the background. She's just woken up. I feel as well this person may have known you for a while, or maybe they knew you before or knew you in childhood or something. Maybe you have known one another before, whether that's in this lifetime or another. And that's my baby farting. Seriously. If you've not been around newborns, they fart a lot. Maybe this person farts a lot, maybe you do. Goodness me. And they're loud. Like grown-up farts, like horse farts. Ridiculous. Right. But back to the reading. let's talk about passing wind. Yeah, there's an admiration because I feel like they're aware of what you've been through in your life. One way or another, they know something about what you've been through in life and the adversity that you've overcome and the difficulties that you've been through and the obstacles that you've had to face. And perhaps you didn't have the best start in life. And it feels like there's an awareness of that, whether they knew you from childhood or from school or university or something, or whether they've just met you, you know, recently and maybe they've learned some things about you, or maybe they just intuit it, because this is a very intuitive connection. It's a very spiritual, sacred connection, this one. But certainly you're not the person you used to be. And I don't mean that in the general sense, because none of us really are, although some people don't change that much. Have you noticed that? I feel like you are one of these people that does change, does transform, does heal, does ascend, does transcend. There's a sense of transcendence here, spiritually, like you've done a lot of spiritual healing, spiritual growth in this lifetime, and it hasn't been easy. And I don't think you've had a lot of help or support. It's all been you. It's all been down to you. All been on your own. Thank you, Miss. Oh my Lord, I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. This child is pure comedy. I apologise for my child farting, but she's only 11 weeks old, so she doesn't really know. She doesn't have any concept of manners or that Mummy's making a YouTube video. Oh my God. Oh, dearie me. My apologies. Do let me know in the comments if you want me to cut this sort of thing out in the future, and I'll make sure it's not in the video. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Right. Do you mind, farty pants? I'm working here. Oh dear. So maybe that is appropriate with the skunk spirit, because they are pretty stinky, and she's she's doing some stinky farts down there. Although thankfully I can't smell them because I'm up here. They don't always smell anyway. She's a tiny baby. She's an innocent little baby. She has no idea what's going on. Right. Yeah. But it has just been you, and I think this person has a lot of admiration for you about your determination. You could be an earth sign. Or maybe this Aquarius energy here as well, I want to say. You're quite the innovator. They see you as an innovator. They think that you're very original in your ideas, that you do things differently to how the average person does it. You don't play by the rules. You like to do things differently. You like to play by your own rules, or make rules up, or just throw the rule book away and just wing it. These butterfly wings, you just wing it. There's certainly a sense of that here. There is this sense of being able to take on tasks even if you don't know how to do them. So if this were to be any kind of connection to do with work, then that is how they see you, as someone who can do stuff that you don't know how to do. You will learn as you go. You know, you will jump off the building and build your wings on the way down. They know they can trust you to do that. So this person has a lot of admiration for you. They see you as being able to get what you want in life. They do believe that you are somebody that does get what you want, because you do know your worth, you do know who you are, you do know what you are worthy of. They believe you have good self-esteem, whether that's actually reality or not. You know, that could be another thing, but that's what they believe about you, that's what they think. And they think you're quite remarkable and quite spiritual, and they may look to you as some sort of spiritual guide, or there's certainly a sense of admiration. And there are some similarities here with group one. So again, there could be some connections, some messages in group one. Although it is a different message, it's a different vibe, for sure. This person is different, but there are some similarities between you guys and the group one people. I'm getting connections to the continents of Africa and Australasia, Australasian area. Kind of like, was it Australia and New Zealand? Because Australia's a continent, isn't it? And then the archipelagos of islands just to the north, so like the Philippines, was it Papua New Guinea, maybe even Japan. I'm not going to mainland China, I'm not going quite that far, but the islands in between, certainly. some reason I'm going to Fiji, but isn't that like in the middle of the Pacific? Anywho, not that it matters. Not that it matters, but those islands coming through as connections. And Australia, which is a fucking big island. And the Australians, I'm sure, will appreciate that humour. Moving on. Right, this is a weird reading. You guys are weird. This is a weird group. What is up with your energy? Why are you making it weird? Do you make everything weird? Are you the skunk that shows up at the picnic? Do you make everything weird? If you do, kudos. That's absolutely fine by me. But it's a hilarious energy. Maybe this person thinks you're a bit weird. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, who wants to be boring? Who wants to be normal? I don't, for sure. Very regal energy, very feminine, regal energy. So they kind of see you as like this goddess energy, which is beautiful. I feel like I said that in group 1, which is really weird because I had different cards. It's like the messages are the same, they look different. That you're a very different person to the group 1 people, but there are some similarities here in how this person sees you, which is curious. It's almost like you're the alternative version of group 1. Maybe you like sort of like the alternative fashions, like the 1950s fashions and the, you know, the tattoos and the leather jackets and the, I don't know, interesting hairstyles. Maybe you are that alternative person that wears the heavy eyeliner and, you know, vampish looks. It's quite fun. It's a fun vibe that I get from you guys, but kind of weird. And I'm not going to tell you to stop being weird. Please carry on. Okay, yeah. They do see you as someone who can get what you want. And they might be a little bit intimidated by that kind of get what you want. You've got more of a no-nonsense vibe than group 1. Like you show up and say, right, I want that. You're a little bit more forceful. You're a little bit more more blunt, I feel, than group 1. Perhaps lacking in tact sometimes. Maybe they see you as lacking in a little bit of tact there. But nonetheless, very kind, very spiritual. Yeah. Yes, the baby agrees. She's currently biting her own hand and then wondering why it hurts. That's something she's learning at the moment, that when you bite yourself, it's not very nice. Oh dear. We all have to learn these things. I mean, maybe that was a lesson that you had to learn. Maybe you did have some self-destructive habits in the past, you know, bad habits, addictions, etc. Maybe those are things that you have had to overcome, and this person's aware of that, or maybe they believe that to be the case and it's not. Again, because this is about how they think and feel about you. They may not be right about these things. These may be things that they guess. You know, maybe you're a smoker. Maybe there are other substances or activities. You know, because we can get addicted to cleaning, or you know, with OCD and issues like that. I think you probably, I mean, there is a bit of a goth vibe, bit of a goth emo vibe coming through here as well. So maybe you were a goth in your youth, maybe you still are. Maybe you still are a bit emo, which is fine. Maybe you are a little bit unusual in your appearance or in your fashion choices and your taste, but you look good, but just a little bit unusual. Maybe that's a little bit intimidating to some people. And this person's aware of that. And I think maybe you do have a little bit of an intimidating energy to this person. They're a little bit intimidated by you, but fascinated nonetheless. And there's very much an admiration there. This person likes you. Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. Yeah, I do feel like they've had their eye on you for a while. So again, this could be someone who's known you for quite some time, and maybe you've been apart or distant for a while and sort of reconnected recently, for example, maybe at a school reunion or going back to your hometown or something. All right, let's get some tarot cards. I have the Sufi tarot here. I'm feeling a connection to Morocco for some people watching. That's where I want to go. Morocco, Tunisia, so North Africa. It's the Seven of Swords, the Thief in the Night. Seven of Cups. There's a lot of darkness here. Oh, here comes the cat. If you hear meowing in a moment, that's Bedford. He may or may not jump up on the table. Nine of Coins. Ace of Cups. The Mizan. That's the Judgment card, or Renewal in some decks. Hello, Bedford. Two of Staffs. Hello. Hello. Come to eat his tuna. So again, apologies if you hear him smacking his lips. He is a noisy eater. Right. Sevens. Interesting, we've got two sevens next to each other. I think this person is under the impression that you've suffered a lot of loss in your life. This person is under the impression, I mean, maybe you have, maybe you've been homeless, you know, maybe you've lost everything at some point. Maybe you were incarcerated, maybe you have had a checkered past, shall we say. You know, maybe you were literally caught for shoplifting or something. Or maybe they think you were. Or maybe they heard a rumour that you were shoplifting and you weren't, or, you know, something like that. Yeah, maybe I feel like they believe you've made bad choices in the past. And that may or may not be true. That may be a rumour, because there's certainly a sense of rumours here. But you've kind of come out good with the Nine of Coins. So financially, you've come out the right end of things. You've done all right for yourself, regardless of any kind of difficult beginnings. You know, and the theft could be as simple as like stealing someone's pencil at school. You know, it could be that stupid. It could be that minor. Ace of Cups, though. New beginning. There is, I think, what they think of you is that you're a good prospect to begin a relationship with if you're not already in one. But they're looking at you, and it's like you are planning for the future. They see you as somebody who's planning for the future, getting ready, looking to start new things. And that could be that you've had a major life change recently and they're aware of that. We're kind of in the energy of creating anew, like we had the lizard spirit, which was dreaming the world into existence. I feel like you're creating a whole new life for yourself. Maybe you've turned over a new leaf, or you've been able to kick some bad habits, or get rid of, you know, get away from some bad people who are in your life, bad influences, or maybe abusive situations. Maybe you've come out of an abusive relationship, or abusive marriage or job, or got away from family members who were not kind to you. And they see this sense of renewal and new beginnings, and emotional new beginnings as well. So I think they believe that you're ready for something, which is why they've got their eye on you. Like I said, for most people, this is a romantic connection, but it could be a friendship, could be a work connection. You know, take the messages as they resonate for you. If they make sense to you, take them. If they don't, it might not be yours. Two of Staffs, I mean, certainly planning for the future and thinking about the choices that you need to make. And I'm reminded of an episode of Top Gear. Oh dear. It's the Africa special. And if you know, you know. If you know the Top Gear Africa special, if you don't, go and watch it because it's hilarious. But James May, Jeremy Clarkson and Richard Hammond all show up with different vehicles to drive, you know, off-road basically through Africa, through part of Africa. And it's almost like this person here, this hooded woman is choosing the right staff, choosing the right walking stick, you know, for her path, for what she's going to do, or the magic she's going to create. She's got to get the right one. I feel like she needs the right staff, the right support, the right vehicle, if that makes sense. And only one of them had the right vehicle in the Africa special, and that was Richard Hammond, because he had a Subaru Impreza, which is four-wheel drive, and was absolutely the right vehicle for the terrain that they were having to cover. It's very funny. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. But I have that same sense of, again, I'm going to Africa. I keep going to different places today in this particular group. It's interesting. Yeah, there's a sense of them seeing that you are maybe making choices. I mean, maybe you are literally buying a car. Maybe you are literally looking to buy a home, or looking for somewhere to live, and looking for the right people to have around you, looking for the right religious community, the right spiritual community. And I just had to pause again because Bedford was threatening to get in the Moses basket with his baby Cisfer, but a better choice was made. He is now in his own bed behind me, so that's good. We can't have him getting in there. So, lots of interruptions and lots of distractions in this group. So I want to say that interruptions and distractions have been a theme of your life, or maybe that's what this person believes. Maybe they think you've had to take a lot of detours. A lot of disruptions have happened in your life. You know, you're trying to do something and suddenly this happens and you have to deal with that, and, you know, this happens or that happens, and, you know, so it does mean that you've not had smooth sailing in your life, and this person's aware of that, or that's what they believe to be the case, that you've had quite a challenging lifetime so far, regardless of how old or young you are. It's been difficult. It hasn't been easy at all. It's been challenging. It's been challenging for you. It's been difficult, and maybe you were dealt a difficult hand in life, handed the shitty end of the stick. You know, maybe that was a theme in your life as well. And I have the age of 14 coming up as well. So there could have been something pivotal around the age of 14 that happened to you. Or a change in your life. Maybe that's when things went a bit wrong, or, you know, something happened. This is curious, very interesting reading this one, very interesting. How this person perceives you is fascinating, actually. Let's pop these away. But certainly with this one, it's like, I have the Elton John song in my head, Are You Ready for Love? It's like they're trying to work out if you're ready for something, if you're ready to start something or to take something to the next level. I think they see you as sorting things out in your life and taking steps, but I think their question is, would they be ready for me? Would they want someone like me? This person feels like they're interested in you if they're not already with you. And if they are with you, maybe they're interested in, you know, becoming more serious, taking things to the next level, for example. So we're going to get these message cards out now. Let's take a look, see how your person's thinking and feeling about you. Picture. Looking at pictures, missing you, nostalgia, and make new memories. Yeah, maybe you have a past with this person one way or another. Not today. Boundaries and hurt, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. Oh, this could be someone that you were in relationship with previously. Maybe you're divorced from them. Maybe you have kids together. Maybe you've gone non-contact with them. Maybe they're trying to stay away from you, but they don't want to. And maybe you've kind of cut them off or blocked them. Separation. Oh goodness, yes. Sadness, bitterness, missing you, thinking about you, uncertain future, and death. Oh my goodness, these are all breakup cards. The relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform, what's dead is dead. Well, that would explain why they might be looking at you being ready for a new relationship and thinking, oh, I wonder if they'd consider me. And the answer may well be no from your side, if that's the situation. Or maybe you've just broken up with somebody else, for example. Or maybe they have. Wedding rings. Wow. Union and marriage, soul connection, everlasting love and devotion. Teddy bear. That's a lovely card. Interested in you, blooming romance, flirting and wanting to date. Yeah. So something's ended and they want something serious to begin. Phoenix, new phase and rekindle, renew and growth, changed mind, rise from ashes. So yeah, this could be an ex wanting another bite at the apple. And the dragonfly, light-hearted and adapt, finding out and change, things coming to light and heal. So yeah, they may have just found this out. Maybe they've been Facebook stalking you or something. I mean, who's still on Facebook these days? I don't know. I really don't use Facebook. It's kind of the realm of the boomer these days, but maybe you are an older person. Yeah, there's certainly an affection here. They are interested, you know, they are kind of observing you, trying to work out what's going on and whether they might be in with a chance here. And this doesn't have to be a romantic connection, but I feel for a lot of people watching this it is. Blowing kiss. Yeah, there it is. Unconditional love, giving and receiving, fairness and love, affection returned. Yeah, do you feel the same way? Shock, sudden change, shocking news, surprise and epiphany, transformation and soulmates. Yes. So, I mean, something could come out of the blue. They might literally contact you out of the blue when you least expect it. And you suddenly get this news from them, or they say the last thing you were ever expecting them to say, or maybe they've recently said that. Maybe they did contact you and said, you know what, I know we've been friends for years and I've never actually said this, but then you're like, whoa, no way. But certainly there is a soul connection here, which is very powerful, which is why I think this person is connected to you and connecting with you. In the spiritual realms, in the ether, they are communicating with you subconsciously, telepathically here. They are interested in your life and what you're doing. Are you okay? What are you up to? And would you consider being with somebody like them? That's the message I get. Even if you're already together, it's almost like they have this kind of low self-esteem coming through, like, would you ever consider being with someone like me? Am I good enough for group 2? Oh, we've got seduction on the bottom, attraction, teasing, hooking up and date, third party, temptation. Maybe this person was a hookup, you know, maybe they were literally a one-night stand and you thought no more about them, but they're clearly thinking about you. You know, maybe you did have a casual relationship with them at some point, but they want to take it a bit further. All right, let's get some love oracle cards out. Now, again, if these don't apply to you, just leave them. Move on to the next bit, fast forward. Now, I mean, some of these love oracle cards can actually apply to platonic situations. So let's have a look. Wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. Interesting. This is wonderful. You know, they see you as a very loving and trusting person, if a little bit scary and intimidating. I think when you give someone your heart, you give them your whole heart. There are no half measures with you, which is why I think you're very particular about who you'll be involved with, or you try to be. Very trusting. And I think that trust has been abused in the past by certain people, maybe by this person. Maybe they, you know, maybe you were together and they cheated on you. Maybe you were married and they cheated on you, or did something bad, spent all your money. You know, there's certainly a sense of temptation and not doing the right thing. Interesting. Where are we going next? Yes, let's get these oracle cards out. It's very interesting how this person perceives you. They kind of see you as this fascinating sort of almost goth type person, who is very loving and loyal, but also a bit scary, a bit intimidating. Maybe you're on the stage as well. I have a stage in my mind. Maybe you do theatre or singing or something. Chop wood, carry water. Actually, it's just chop wood, but chop wood, carry water always comes to me when I see this card. Come to the edge. Regeneration. Interesting. Here and now. Go the distance. A new life. Wow. This person wants a new beginning with you, and they kind of want it to be forever, because I've got never-ending story on the bottom. They want you to choose them. Or if you did choose them in their past, they're regretting not taking full advantage of that, not appreciating it more. It's interesting because you're very original in how you do things. You're a very hard worker. You're reliable. You're helpful. You help other people when they're in need. You're always the friend that's there to help pick up the pieces, or to drive someone somewhere if they're stranded, or listen to them cry to you down the phone in the middle of the night. This is how this person sees you, as that reliable support for other people. And you're not afraid to take risks. And that's how you're able to create in your life. And this regeneration is interesting. I feel like you've had to reinvent yourself numerous times. This is how they see you, as reinventing yourself a few times in this lifetime. And that's such great power. This is similar to that Phoenix energy we had a moment ago with the other deck of cards. But, I mean, regardless of everything that's happened to you in the way that you create your future, you're still very much feet on the ground. You're very practical, very logical. You know, you don't live with your head in the clouds. Your feet are very much firmly on the ground. They really believe in you. They admire and believe in you. And there's certainly a sense of envy here as well. Maybe you've moved away from this person or from a friend group, and your life is different. Your life has changed yet again. You're living this new life somewhere. Maybe you've moved house. Maybe you're traveling. I get the sense of movement, so I feel like you're somewhere new. Whether that's a physical new location or just a metaphorical one, an emotional new location. Well, it's interesting to have go the distance with a cheetah, because cheetahs are not distance runners. Cheetahs are sprinters. They actually can't run for very long. But it says go the distance, so it's almost like you're somebody that can push yourself more than most people would be able to. You know, maybe you do or have participated in competitive sports, and that would have really given you a powerful edge. You can push yourself beyond the boundaries that other people are able to, which is also why you're able to put up with other people's rubbish, why you may have been victim of abusive partners or family members, because of that abuse or because of what you've been through. You do have a higher tolerance of bullshit than most people, because you've had to have. As a result, you kind of don't get het up about things. You're quite chill. If somebody's, you know, being annoying, other people might get more stressed about it, but you're just like, whatever. You don't sweat the small stuff. I have a connection to ballet for somebody here as well. All right, messages from your person. Let's get some messages. What would they say to you if they could? I want you back. Yeah, this could definitely be an ex situation here for many of you. I think we are perfect together. I need space. Oh, well, there's some mixed messages. Maybe that's why you're no longer together. I need to heal. Yeah, they do. They do. They haven't done the healing that you have. Please love me back. Kind of needy, aren't they? I want you so badly. I don't know what to do. I admire you from a distance. And you are what I've been looking for. Okay. All right, let's move on to letter tiles, charms, and zodiac signs to get a bit more confirmation for you, a bit more information. See what we've got going on there. Let's start with our letter tiles. So these could be names, addresses, places, words, initials that connect the two of you, other people even that connect the two of you. A-W-O. Is it a full moon? Ah, woo! T-U-S. Very silly energy in this group. Maybe you're in the US. Q. L. I was going to say maybe you're a Q, but that's just silly. I was watching Star Trek last night. Okay. Another L. J. D. JD. E. E. Oh, a blank letter tile, that can be anything you want it to be. R. H. G. U. N. C. I. U. A. S. Okay, so I'm just going to say the words that pop out to me. I have China, also have Chihuahua, Reese, Creed, Lean, Rianne, Nguyen. It's like a Vietnamese name, that, isn't it? That was the cat snoring behind me. Seriously, I cannot get a break in this group. Seriously, you guys, could you stop making so much noise? D. Maybe it's Kiki D. I did have a connection to Elton John a minute ago. Elton John and Kiki D. Don't go breaking my heart. JR. JD. JD Sports. Oh no. Maybe they're a chav. Oh god, no. Maybe they work with AI. Because I'm looking at the double L there and I'm thinking of a large language model. Maybe they live in an area where you have to use DEET, like those really strong mosquito repellents, like the tropical ones. Maybe they live in a tropical area. That's what I should have said. Maybe they are interested in firearms. I'm going to leave that there, but I would say take a screenshot of that and have a look at it for yourself. See what else jumps out at you that's for your individual situation. Oh, you can see the word Queen there as well. All right. Got some more letters here. We can add R and D. Maybe they work in R&D. Maybe they're their initials. We have this cute little cat. We have a little pink flower. The infinity symbol. The tree of life. A lucky 4-leaf clover. A fairy on a star. I like this one. It's a cute little bow with like a pearl. We have a moon. A bat. Definitely continuing the goth theme here. This pretty little heart. There's like a Chinese coin. It's not a real coin, it's a feng shui coin. We have a ship's wheel. We have a dinosaur. This is interesting. This came out in group 1 as well, and I swear I've never seen it before. It's like a tiny little branch with leaves on it. We have a little pink butterfly. We have a unicorn. It's the CND in the shape of a heart. We have, these are acorns, get your mind out of the gutter. We have a little mad March hare that wants to march, could be someone's birthday, could be a connection, wants to get involved in some fisticuffs. We have an anchor, so again the nautical theme is quite strong here. And we have this running pony, looks like a youngster, like a running foal, filly or something. Let's get our zodiac signs. So these could be from their big 3, your big 3. Could be signs connected to the connection. We have Taurus, Pisces, and Capricorn. Now, you could both be Pisceans or you could both be the same sign. I'm going to re-roll one of the Pisces. And we have Cancer. Oh, Cancer, which flipped to Aries. Aries energy is coming through like a little bit forceful, so take both of those if either of those resonate. I'm going to put it back on Cancer. There we go. Okay, my group 2s, I hope that was helpful. I hope that resonated for you. Please do remember to hype this video if you're here in time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to Bedford's channel as well, which is, you can look him up. It's Bedford the Bengal. You'll find him quite easily. He has just hit 5,000 subscribers, so very proud of him for that. It would really help me because he's still not monetized because we don't have the watch hours yet. So it would really help me if you could join and watch some of his videos. Okay. Thanks for sticking around if you made it this long. Until I see you guys again, please do remember to take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hello to you, my group 3s. You chose the red agate slice. Rather like this. Now, you may know that pieces like this are actually used to make like decorative items. They used to use them to make like lampshades with like hanging pieces like this, and then they realized that actually they fade really badly. So they tend not to do that quite so much anymore, but apparently that was very popular at one time. Maybe that's a connection. But it's a very grounding stone, very earthy, very connected to the here and now, to the 3D, to the earth realm, to the earth star chakra, to the lower chakras, to the physical body as well, to wellness. And this one is interesting. I was just looking at it and I thought, oh, it looks a little bit like a vehicle. It's kind of almost like car shaped, almost like hedgehog car shaped, with like little wheels, these round shapes here. And then I thought, oh, looks like a Cybertruck, so there could be a connection to a Cybertruck for someone here, or a car that's kind of the shape, almost like a wedge shape at the nose. So very practical energy here. So that could be you. It could be that you're a very practical person, maybe an earth sign, someone who's very much in the here and now, maybe someone who doesn't normally read cards or watch tarot readings or oracle card readings. Maybe this is not something you do frequently. Maybe this is unusual for you. So we're going to start out, oh, sorry, bashing my camera. We're going to start out with the Animal Spirit Oracle. So what messages we have here. So we are looking at how the person on your mind, the person you are asking about, how they think and feel about you. So for many people, this will be a romantic connection, but it doesn't have to be. This could be a work connection, could be a friend, could be a family member. But let's take a look. Take the messages as they resonate, as they make sense for you. Not every message is for every person. Not every card is for every person. There could be messages for you in every single group. So, you know, it might be worth watching 1, 2, and 3 to see if there are messages there for you. All right. 54, Skunk Spirit. Okay, that's interesting. We just had that as the first card for group 2 as well. So there could be a connection to group 2, which is interesting because your vibe is very different to group 2. 52, Scarab Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you. And number 1, Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. There you are. There's that hard-working individual that I was picking up on. 46, Peacock Spirit, let it shine. Let's move all this up so you can see the cards a bit better. Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. Yeah, I was kind of getting like a Taurian earth energy vibe for you guys in this group. Or maybe that's just how your person sees you, as very practical, very hardworking. But also you're able to achieve things. You're a high achiever, I feel, group 3, one way or another. Yeah, there's recognition, there's rewards here. Maybe you've done well for yourself financially. Maybe you just had a lot of recognition in the workplace. Maybe this person works with you. They see you as very determined. Very kind of black and white in your thinking, because I've got 2 black and white animals here with the skunk and the badger. It's very kind of black and white. You're very straightforward. You don't hide things. You know, you're not difficult to speak to, not difficult to deal with. You're very straightforward. Might be a little bit autistic. We've got the black and white feathers here as well. But when it matters, I feel like you can really pull it out of the bag. You are that reliable person that people go to if they want a project to be successful. And this is all how this person thinks about you and sees you. This may or may not be true. This is just their perception of you, remember. I think they admire how you dress as well. I think maybe you're quite conservative in how you dress, but conservative and flamboyant. So I want to say, like, you probably wear things that are very nice, like clothing and jewellery, but not like overly revealing or anything. Probably quite conservative in that way. You know, you could wear bright colours, but you don't, you know, let it all hang out. Well, that's their perception again of you. You've got quite a magical energy there, so you may actually, you know, work with spellcraft, higher magics, lower magics. Maybe you do a bit of Reiki, a bit of healing on the side. And that may not be a main focus for you, but it may be something you've done in the past. Because you're intensely practical, and if something works, you'll do it, basically. It could be a phobia of insects or creepy crawlies here. Very drawn to the blue colours here as well, the kind of indigo blues here, here and here. Very drawn to that colour, so that's highlighting the third eye for me. So that's the seat of our psychic ability, our clairvoyance. So you may actually be somebody who is clairvoyant, but you just don't want to deal with it. So you don't usually. Or maybe this person believes that you are, or maybe they've seen you in action. Maybe you're one of these people that's a medium and just doesn't normally do anything with it, and then occasionally you'll whip it out the bag when the moment arises. I know some people like that. Putting pieces together. I'm drawn to these jigsaw pieces, putting something together. You're putting something together at the moment. Maybe you are working on a project or working with a team. Because you're a great team player. But it's something quite new because it's a number 1 card. This is a card of collaboration and hard work. And you'll know what it is, obviously. Could be in sports, could be at work. Could just be organising somebody's hen night or something. Just trying to remember if you call it a hen night in America. I don't think you do in the States, do you? Like the women's equivalent of a stag do. Let me know in the comments what you call that, because I can't remember. I can't for the life of me remember. We call it a hen night. Armadillo spirit. Yeah, very earthy, very practical, strong boundaries, strong armour. Yeah, maybe you keep people at a distance. You don't let just anyone in. You might be a tough nut to crack, or that's how they're perceiving you. You might be a tough nut to crack for them if you're not interested. That is such a Libra vibe, by the way. Maybe you like piercings. Okay. Right, let's take some cards. We've got the Sufi Tarot here. Again, I'm going to North Africa, Morocco, Tunisia, Algeria. I'm also going to the Sudan. I have the Sahara Desert in mind. So these could be connections somehow. So, how does Group 3's person think and feel about Group 3? Daughter of Cups, Page of Cups, 6 of Swords, 2 of Coins. Interesting. Two of Staffs. Dunia. Is that the World and the Daughter of Coins? Certainly the cycle of life, and in this card we've got the 4 elements. I want to say life, the universe and everything. Maybe you're a Douglas Adams fan. Maybe they are. There are a couple of pages here which is interesting. Because we have the friendship and making a small offer. This person may be wanting to make a business offer to you, or offer you a job or some work or something that could possibly earn you money. Maybe you're a musician, they're going to offer you a gig. But they're thinking about it, they're thinking about you, they're thinking about your friendship or whatever connection that you have. It does feel like a friendship now. But it's a friendship that could move on to bigger and better things with the 6 of Swords and move away from any kind of difficulties that you've had in the past. Maybe they're wondering, because with the 2 of Coins here, this is about a choice when we have 2s, choices and decisions, polarities. It's almost like maybe they're trying to choose between you and another person. Or maybe they think you're trying to choose between them and another person. It could be that this person's married. Maybe you are. Or in some sort of committed connection. But there is this sense of you're meant to be together, and I think this person feels you are meant to be together, and they kind of feel like you will end up together one way or another with this circular rope swing here. It's almost like the circle of life, the circle of karma, and there's a cycle. You've been together before, and I think this person senses it. You've been together before in other times, other places. This is a soulmate who's lived many lifetimes with you. This isn't your first time. This isn't your first rodeo together. And they know it's just a matter of time. And if they haven't spoken up and said something, I think they want to. I think they're going to. I think they're thinking about it. They're just waiting for the right time, trying to keep an eye on you and work out when would be the right moment to do that if you're not already together. If you are together, then they might want to offer you something a little bit more, but only a little bit more with the Daughter of Coins. It's not a huge offer. It's nothing gallant and exciting, not going to sweep you off your feet, but it will be nice, be something that you actually want or value or cherish. I'm getting strawberries as a connection for somebody as well. Could also be that I'm picking up that the Amazon driver is going to be here in a minute, because I ordered a swimming costume. Well, it's actually a swimming nappy for my baby daughter, which has strawberries on it. If you don't know what a swimming nappy is, it's like a neoprene nappy that goes over a, well, they wear it like a swimming costume. And it holds in things you don't want to get in the pool. So I've actually ordered her one that has strawberries on it, so it could be that I'm just sensing that the Amazon driver's nearby. It could also be that you're very intuitive like that, or they see you as someone that's very intuitive, or that they're very intuitive and they pick up on things like that. And I think you are very intuitive and very sensitive and good at this stuff, but you don't give yourself a lot of credit for it because you don't see any reason to. You're quite humble about your psychic abilities, your spiritual abilities. You know, and you may be very intuitive. You may be like, oh yeah, the Amazon man will be here in a minute. And lo and behold, they arrive and you just know, you just know stuff. It could be that they're waiting for you to make an offer to them as well. And they just know it's going to happen. Or maybe you just know they're going to make this offer to you, ask you out, invite you to take the next step with them. It's a very sweet energy here that I'm looking at. There's nothing adverse here. It's actually quite nice, quite positive. I want to say it's almost a bit simple and straightforward. There's no drama here. This person doesn't see you as someone that makes drama, that makes a fuss. You're practical, easygoing, sensible, musical. And I feel like you're getting your just desserts now for the work that you've put in your life. I feel you are reaping what you've sown in a nice way. And I think they're looking at that, looking at you, seeing a very joyful, loving person. And they're thinking, yeah, I'd like a piece of that. Or if you're already together, this person's so happy and joyful and wonderful, I'd like to make them even happier. And there is a warning there. I was reading some parenting blog or something recently, and it said, never try to make a happy baby happier. So if like your baby's really happy playing with something, don't try and make them happier by changing it. Let them get on with it. Let them do what they're doing. So it could be that they're going to overcompensate. Whatever it is might be like just unnecessary. And you might be like, what? Why would I want that? I'm fine. But take it for the goodwill that is intended when you do get this offer, because I do feel like there's a message or an offer or something going to be coming through for you soon from this person. They're definitely trying to make some choices and decisions here. They would like to move forwards with you, but I think this person will feel safer if they can be friends with you first. And I think maybe that's how they see you. They understand that you need to be friends with someone first and build trust, build a friendship, build a relationship before you can move into anything else with them. I mean, that may not be what you've done in the past, but that's their perception of you, which is very sensible. They think you're very sensible, group 3. Okay. What else do we have going on here? How is group 3's person thinking and feeling about them? Not enough. Oh, twin flames. Oh, wow. Healing heart. There's a knock at my door. And what did I just say? Yes, I was picking up on the swimming nappy that just arrived from Amazon. So yes, that could be the strawberry connection. Could also be a strawberry connection for you as well. Or swimming nappies might be a connection for you too. Maybe you have a baby that loves to swim or loves the water. I mean, they all love the water, don't they? But it's neoprene, like kind of like wetsuit material. It's designed to keep everything in where it's meant to be and not in the pool. So, where were we before we were so rudely interrupted? Right, not enough, twin flames, healing hearts. Yeah, this is interesting. Strong soul connection here, for sure. That's what this person is feeling. Oh, love call. Interesting. Expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, informing you. So they're thinking about sending you a message or a text maybe. This could be the small offer coming through. Teddy bear, nice. Interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, wanting to date. Date, yeah, they may literally be about to ask you out, this person, if you're not already involved. Clock, needing time, cycles and takes time to heal, progressing. Interesting that we've got 2 healing cards here. So it could be that they're doing some healing right now, so they're not quite ready to make that next step, or maybe they think that you've been through a period of healing and they've kind of been biding their time and watching you, keeping an eye on you. An engagement ring, wow, this is all very positive if you're looking to get in a romantic relationship with this person, or even, you know, a friendship or a work relationship or business relationship. This person is serious about you, about the connection. Very keen, very, very keen. Absolutely. They may have held back because they were lacking in self-confidence. But very interested. Wow. So this could be somebody who's only just back on the market. Or maybe you are. It's kind of a divine timing thing that I'm seeing here. So maybe you've been expecting this person to do something for a long time, or maybe you expected it in the past from them and they didn't, or wasn't quite the right moment, or the moment passed, or they were with someone, you were with someone. Feels like you've kind of kept missing each other. Like ships and passing like ships in the night. You know, maybe you were in the same place at the same time and you didn't meet. You know, this has been coming for a while, but it had to happen because you've got a powerful soulmate twin flame type relationship here. That the energy is very powerful. That connection, that soul connection is powerful. This has to happen one way or another. This connection, whatever it is you're asking about, this has to happen. Mirror. Yeah, mirroring each other. Yeah, you do mirror each other. This person could be very helpful for your spiritual path, even if it's a turbulent connection or somebody you don't want to be with. Spiritually, they're going to be mirroring something back to you. And I think you're mirroring something back to them, which is causing them to stop and reflect and think about things and do some work on their own insecurities, their own inner wounds, their own difficulties. So you being on their radar has actually helped them an awful lot. It's helping to heal them as well. They may actually be talking about you with their therapist. I feel like this person may be having counselling or therapy or speaking to a trusted friend or relative, or maybe just watching videos or reading self-help books or something. But there is a strong potential with this person, with this connection. This could be a very powerful, very helpful and positive connection if this is something that you want, something that you're into. Obviously, if you're not, then, you know, that's fine. Absolutely fine. You don't have to do anything with it. But just to bear in mind that that's what this person seems to want. Okay. So I feel like they're kind of keeping tabs on you at the moment. They're biding their time and trying to work out what to do with you. Let's get some... let's go to the Love Oracle. Okay, some of these messages apply to platonic situations as well. So see if these resonate for you, regardless of what your situation is. If you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. Secret admirer. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. Acceptance is the key to inner peace. At times we must accept things as they are. There is no point trying to change that which is beyond our control. Yes, group 3, you are not in control. Much as you might be a control freak, you're not in control of this situation, so you kind of have to let go of it. Let go and let God. Or goddess. Yeah, this isn't for you to decide how it goes right now. All right, let's get some oracle cards. Then we'll move on to the love messages. All right. How is this person thinking and feeling about my group 3s? Yang. Oh, there's a yin-yang thing going on here. Come to the edge. Truth be told, I do feel like there's a confession coming up if they have something they need to tell you. No place like home. You are like home to them. Milk and honey. Wow. The perfect home to them. And why? Maybe they want to ask you some questions. Maybe they're after some knowledge. And look on the bottom, I've got yin. I love it when those two show up together, because that's usually a strong indication that this is a strong soulmate relationship. Yin and yang showing up together. They don't always, but sometimes they do. And that's quite nice because statistically, that's extremely unlikely for them to come out together in a deck of 52 cards. The odds are quite low for them to show up at the same time. I'm liking this. Very yin-yang. No place like home. You feel like home to them. Milk and honey, you're kind of like their dream person one way or another. You're someone they don't want to let go of. And it might be that you need to take a risk in order to jump to be with them. Maybe you need to change country. Maybe this is a situation where you're at a distance from each other and it would be a lot of turmoil or difficulty for you to accept their offer. You'd have to kind of create something from scratch, create something new. But I do feel like they have some truth to share with you. There's something they need to tell you, and they also need to ask you a question. Oh, excuse me. They have some questions they want to ask you. They're curious about you, but they have some specific questions to ask. So that could be like, will you move to my country to be with me, to marry me, to accept this offer of employment, you know, whatever it is. Or will you come and visit me? I love this little elephant bathing in the milk and honey, and I kind of get the The saying, happier than a pig in shit. Okay. Very powerful connection. I have a connection to China here coming through as well. Yeah, there's definitely a yin-yang energy. That this person is not in your life by accident. That's for absolute sure. Okay. Let us take a look at the messages from your person. It's interesting that we've got 36 there, because 369 is a very powerful manifesting number. So I feel like if they ask you to take a leap of faith, that could be very successful, because you're so good at manifesting and creating and making things happen. So it'd basically be you that makes everything happen, but you absolutely could do it if you want to. Okay, what would group 3's person say to them if they could? If they were brave enough. If they felt at liberty to say anything they wanted about how they're feeling about you, thinking about you. I want you, but. Okay, so we've got some obstacles here. I want to be your lover. Maybe they want to have an affair with you. That's not ideal. I'm in so much pain. Wow. You fascinate me. I want you. Yeah, there's definitely a desire there. I mean, this may just be lust on their part. You remind me of another girl/boy. You broke me. So again, this could be an ex. I don't know how I feel. You complete me. Yeah, I mean, the indecision is annoying. And like I said, this is reliant on divine timing. But there's a powerful connection here. They definitely want something to happen. I think you're my soulmate/twin flame. Well, we know that. I want to be your man/woman. And I need you. Yeah, they might be a little bit codependent, this person. So just watch out for that. And certainly everyone's situation is a little bit different. So, you know, if it is an affair situation, make sure you go in with your eyes open. You know, I'm not judging here, because everyone's situation is different, and some people are in very unhappy marriages and where they're treated very badly, and, you know, I'm not judging how people choose to do things, but yeah, we had that card, didn't we, the low self-esteem card. Was it? Let's see if I can find it. This one, not enough. Yeah, I think this is what's holding them back. Self-sabotage. They're a bit of a self-saboteur, but they could already be connected to someone else, or they may have gone off with someone else. And again, that's self-sabotage, being with the wrong person. So they got some complex things to sort out here. So yeah, anything that they tell you or say to you, just kind of try and bear in mind that the situation isn't that straightforward right now. Take it with a pinch of salt. But again, 36, like 369, 36 numerology. This could work. This could happen. I just seen 01:55:55 on my clock. Take a lot of thinking. 55:55. You'd have to consider a lot of things, a lot of angles. Yeah. I'm looking at the J tile upside down at the moment. So it could be a connection to Japan. Maybe it's a cultural obstacle that needs to be overcome. But you will know, because it's your situation. So let us move on now. We will go to our letter tiles, our charms, and our zodiac dice to get a bit more confirmation, some more messages here for you. Here's our letter tiles. So these could spell out names, places, initials, places of work, words, things that connect you, things that are relevant to your connection. G-R-A-E-S. Oh, I'm just thinking about Grays in Essex. R-O-T-I-R. That's the French verb for to roast. O-B-L-N-W. They could be into roller coasters, because I'm just thinking of Oblivion. U. A, they might be interested in baseball. C. A. I am going NASCAR as well. This person likes American sports. Oh, too many. Doesn't matter. X. That's in Provence. Aix-en-Provence. E. Q. And R. Interesting letters there. Let's just see what jumps out at me here. Anything I can channel for you. William. Roblox. Raccoon. Blue. Blink, blinker. Could be connection to being a radio DJ or a DJ. There was a DJ I used to listen to when I lived in France. This is a long time ago. And the show was called Le Festival Robles. Anyone remembers that? Okay. Screw. So like a screw. I'm not being rude. I wasn't being smutty though. I was just thinking of, you know, never mind. I work in construction. Luxor. It's in Egypt, isn't it? Anyway, you have a look. Take a screenshot now and keep that for later and have a little look to see what else jumps out at you. It's relevant for you. Let's get our charms for group 3. That's a lot. Oh, the pennies have been coming out a lot today. We have a 1 penny and a halfpenny. Penny is from 1894. The halfpenny is from 1886. These are real coins. And they were recovered from a shipwreck off Cornwall. This is a feng shui coin, a lucky coin, so money is a theme here coming through, but also shipwrecks. And we have a ship's wheel and another ship's wheel and a mermaid, so definitely a nautical theme coming through. I knew this was my mermaid group. I almost said I feel like this is my mermaid group. That's why I've got my shells out and my shell candle holder. It is. We've got our turtle. Definitely a mermaid theme here. So we have the signs of Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Gemini. We have the letter M, the letter H. We have a butterfly, kind of a bent one. We have the yin and yang, which is interesting because we had those cards earlier, didn't we? The yin and yang. Yeah, you kind of are the yin and yang to each other. We have a pair of glasses, sunglasses or spectacles. We have a rose. We have a sun and moon. We have a leaf. We have another leaf. Oh, somebody likes Lord of the Rings. we have a tree. We have a clothes hanger and a feather. Okay, let's get our astrology dice, see what astrological signs connect the two of you. These could be signs in your big 3. So your sun sign, moon sign, or rising sign. We've already got Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Gemini here. Let's see what other signs show up. We have Pisces, Leo, Pisces again, Leo again. That's interesting. So we could have Pisces and Leo pairings here. Maybe you're both the same sign. I'm going to rethrow these two. We have Pisces again, so okay, that's fine. And we have Libra. All right. Well, my group 3s, I hope that was helpful to you. I hope that was interesting. Please do remember to leave a comment for me if this resonated for you. Please remember to hype the video if you're here early enough to do that. That really, really helps me. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend. Let me know which of the charms and letters applied to your situation. I'm always fascinated to hear. Until I see you guys again, please remember to take very, very good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.